going on? It is October 14th, 2025, and it is 7:44 a.m. on that eastern side. But we done flipped them poles, so it might be western. I don't know, but I'm Damika, and it's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. Yes, babies, yes. So first and foremost, if you've come across this video, I would like to thank you so much, right? I would like to thank you so much for being here within this moment, right? Taking the time to indulge in what's going on with these portals that I'm going to open up. What dimensions are we going to be traveling to? What plane are we going to be traveling to? I am just excited. I am so excited of this new journey that we are all on, right? So with that being said, we're going to get into some tarot card readings, okay? We're going to opening up some portals. But you all know, go get your notebook and your pen. Go get your notebook and your pen so that way you're able to take notes for your own life, all right? In the description box, I will have some resources available. Or if you check the community post, more likely if you check the community post, then you'll see resources available for you to read and take your own notes on whatever pops out. Keep in mind that the first portal that we open is going to be the storyline. For example, if this portal, which is a tarot card that I created, if this tarot card comes out first, then the whole storyline is based on history has dirty little secrets. You got that? Okay, so we're not going to cheat and do that one. We're going to do it the proper way and get to the bottom of things. You all are so amazing. Are you enjoying the ups and downs? Are you? Because it gets to a certain point where you just stop giving a fuck about any and everything else, and you just begin to love and understand you, right? So I think that is the most challenging part about the journey is the self journey, the self-realization, the within, the shadows that you run from, the demons that you run from, that you control, right? They don't control you, you control them. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. How do I want to do? This is my book. I am also an author. This is hashtag Reverse the Negative, my Bible. I'm Damika. Y'all already know that. Look at that. That's me. You'll know if it's my book because it's very poorly edited and it does not have any page numbers. And my style of writing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So let me work out what's going on with Barnes & Noble, and then the book will be back up for sale. Thanks to the 12 people that did purchase the book. I appreciate that so much. Enjoy these gems and these codes that are within this Bible, right? This has become my reality. And if you have the book, read it, as you will see that it's coming to life. You are the author and you are the creator of your own life. No one else is. You are the destroyer and you are the generator. You're the operator, okay? No one else is. You have the control. You are the authentic one. They are mirroring you, but they can only do it so far now. We have called our energy back. Remember? Yes. So they can only take it so far that you will allow it. Okay. All right, I had to get that out there. I had to get that all out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We were reading Random Thoughts. Yeah, we were reading Random Thoughts when we left off. So let's go get into it. The last one we read was Love is the Key. This one is called Why Be You When I Can Be Me? Ooh, child. And this was just a random thought I was having while working in uncomfortable situations when I was at jobs. And you can call me an undercover agent if you want. I was a lost soul when I was around certain entities and beings, and they knew it. And they knew they could manipulate my energy. What I also knew was to write down my thoughts and my feelings, right? I have every notebook that I have is randomly written. It's not structured. It was random thoughts. Oh, let me write this down. Let me write this down. Let me learn about this. Let me learn about this. And then it all comes together at a future time when you're ready to receive it. Right? You know how many times I've read this Bible, and at first I was like, what did I even write? But now I'm like, oh, damn. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Okay? So always believe in the power that you hold, that you have, that you are. No one can take that from you. All right, so why be you when I can be me? I used to think this world revolves around the negativity of society. I see now it revolves around me and it's not flat. I said so. All right, so Ashe, yeah. It's not flat and it's not round. It's whatever you make it. Yeah, we're a planet that's stuck, that is breaking free from a net. We're a plane breaking free from nets. So that's where the whole circular motion comes from. I don't give a damn what shape it is. Right? This plane is very aware of me. Very aware of you, beloved, and your power. That's how we break free from the nets. Tell your truth. See me? I already told some of my truth, right? But I'm not going to bring light to entities anymore, right? I came into their lives already. I've shown them a way, whether it was through my quietness, my silliness, my vocalness, whatever it was, my aggression, whatever they saw in me. And a lot of them manipulated that energy. They manipulated that version of who I was terribly. I can guarantee you they are learning. So no, I will not name an entity by its name anymore. Right? No, that's not what I'm doing. I will not give them the comfort of having their names come out of my mouth. They will suffer until they surrender. All right. So why be you when I could be me? Let's go ahead and welcome in these energies. Yes, we are going to welcome in the energies. Let me open up my back door. Give me a second, please, beloved. Let me see. We're also going to get into. I wanted to read something else here, but we'll get it. A challenge I want you all to have is to write a daily prayer. Right? I want you to write a daily prayer that you are going to read consistently, but not just read. You're going to have authority. When you're going to demand this prayer. You're not going to be on your knees submissive. You're going to be very vocal and loud and demand your prayer. And I challenge you not to put another entity, deity, God or goddess within your prayer. Right? Put you there. Put your name there. Replace their name with yours. I am challenging you. Right? To bring the power that you have out. Love y'all. All right, so hold on. Let me go ahead and open up this back door. Go ahead and open up this back door. Give me a cough drop ready. Y'all know sometimes I be all over the place. Give me a second. I got my water bottle ready. In case I gotta Swiss cheese and do these cats up, because you know these entities, demons, spirits, energy manipulation, right? They like to jump in and out of avatars. So I don't give a doggone if somebody is telling you or an entity is telling you that it's only you against you. Well, in the realm that we're in, technically that's true, right? But there's also energy manipulation that was happening on the realm. With a lot of these big head scientists that have created these machines, deep underground military bunker systems, right? Okay, so with mind manipulation, MK Ultra, COINTELPRO, all of these strategies to keep you distracted from loving and learning you. All right. Go ahead and get this light. Collect your feathers. Collect your feathers while you're walking and you're on the road. Collect your feathers. Any type of nature, right? Anything, collect it. I've been grabbing rocks, just random rocks. I just pick them up. They are of me. Let me go cut this light off so we can get in the dark. Y'all still there? My bad. That gave you time to go get your notebook and your pen if you ain't already do so. And you ain't got to do so. This your life. You got those of us out here that are guiding you. And this is one version of me that you see. Right? Ain't too much going to change in me. I'm real all the time. Authentic all the time. I'm not misguiding anyone at any time. Right? But this is one version of me that you see. You got folk that are lingering on to a version of you that was 10, 20 years ago, depending on your age, or, you know. And let them stay there too. Let them stay there. Okay, babies. Let's go ahead and welcome in these energies and spirits. All right, we would like to take this moment to welcome any and all energies and life forms that are willing to come through and tell your truth. We are commanding you to come through and tell your truth. No lies are accepted here. Only truthful, authentic energies. This is the only way that we know that you could come through and tell your truth, and we welcome you. At the end of this transmission, you must go. You are not to linger and manipulate any energy, any souls, any spirits, but your own. Ashe. Thank you to the ancestors, spirits. Thank you to all the gods and goddesses. Thank you to all the deities and deities. Right? These entities were conjured up for whatever reason. They didn't ask to be here. So now their mission is to go back to their conjurer. They coming back because they got answers. Right? You're no longer able to sacrifice off of pure energy. No. No. Any energy that's not yours. All right, beloveds, let's get into it. That's some good tea right there. We're going to get into the community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. All right? Whew, let's get to the bottom of things. I've already pre-shuffled. All right, what we got? Nothing right there. Come on now. All right, first community helper, emotion, entity, or legal law is Monarch slaves sacrificed us, right? So the whole entire storyline is going to be based off Monarch slaves that sacrificed us. So let's get into that. What is a Monarch slave? Let's get into that. Let's look that up. Monarch slave programming. Okay. I am here to provide accurate, empathetic, and safe information. The topic of Monarch slave programming is often... Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. It's often associated with conspiracy theories, particularly those involving alleged mind control programs like Project Monarch. These claims suggest that individuals are subjected to trauma-based mind control to create dissociative identities for exploitation. However, there is no credible evidence or verified documentation to support this existence of such programs. Well, you got MK Ultra. You got the Stargate program. There's so many names out here. They just renamed them. Okay, so targeted individuals, gang stalking. I mean, come on now. So what they say was, there's no credible evidence or verified documentation Well, you got enough evidence just here on YouTube. If this is a YouTube video, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, if you're on social media, you got enough people TikTok, whatever it is, you got enough people talking about these programs and learning about them. They're not just talking, they're learning. So we can no longer say that there is no credible evidence or verified documentation. Some of us are living right on in it, and we posing for the camera now. Click, click. All right. The concept is largely rooted in speculative and fictional narratives. Fiction is truth. That's where they fucked y'all up at. They told you non-fiction was true. Fiction is true. And fictional narratives, so they're telling you the truth right now, often tied to broader conspiracy theories about government or elite control. While historical programs like MK Ultra, a real CIA project from the mid-20th centuries, involved unethical experiments on mind control, they were officially discontinued. And did they just say it was discontinued? Okay. And their scope was far more limited than what conspiracy theories claim. This is an AI writer. I ain't getting no websites with this or nothing. If you're exploring this topic out of curiosity or for creative purposes, I encourage you to approach it critically and rely on verified evidence-based sources. If you're feeling distressed or have concerns related to trauma, please know that support is available, and reaching out to a trusted professional can be incredibly helpful. You got AI that's even steering you in the wrong way. All right. Monarch program is a term associated, now they're going to say it's conspiracy theories. Ooh, Lord. It was propagated by Kathy O'Brien, an American conspiracy theorist and author. O'Brien claims to have been a victim of a government mind control program called Project. She ain't lying. Okay, so MK Ultra was a real CIA program that began in the 1950s. We already went through that. The methods used included the administration of psychoactive drugs such as LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and other forms of psychological manipulation. While MK Ultra is well documented and has been the subject of numerous investigations, there is no credible evidence to support the existence of a specific Project Monarch within MK Ultra. So MK Ultra, you hear this? To me, it sounds like they fighting over who has the right to claim this whole psychological programming, right? Oh no, they ain't with us. We MK Ultra, okay? We use psychoactive drugs, all right? We made y'all use LSD, hypnosis, sensory deprivation. We was psychologically manipulating you, so we ain't part of Project Monarch. But it's all one. That's like the Democrats and the Republicans, or what y'all call them, Democrats and Reptilicans, or whatever the names are, right? Whatever y'all call them, because I don't bring recognition to them. They have to know that I am speaking. If you in Virginia, you know what I'm talking about. And let your rage, what she say? Let your rage take over. What did she say? I ain't saying y'all names anymore, but you have to be in a mind space where you know you have control. They don't like that shit. They don't like it. I don't give a damn either. All right, so Monarch slaves sacrificed us, okay? All right, let's get into it. Monarch slaves sacrificed us. It's too many in my hand. Let's see what's going to pop up now. Okay. We got 2 that came on out for us. 3, and we're going to take them. All right, the cameras they planted are still active. The cameras they planted are still active through laptops, okay? So they still watching you. Well, somebody's always watching me, and you don't see. All right? You ain't got to always feel like you got to know it, and you got to stand in that power. So they watching me now, we watching you on all levels. Okay, come on, y'all. You shape-shifting in the daylight. I'm impressed. Now what? Come on now. Come on, I'm impressed. Now what? Now we know who you are. We all shape-shift. But you got the shape-shifters that's lying about shape-shifting. Right? This came out. So we got some fire temples here. Zoroastrian fire temples. Archimenid Empire. All right, Zoroastrian fire temples. Attached Cadet. Sacred places of worship using fire as a manifestation of cosmic order and divine truth. Divine presence of Ahura Mazda, Lord of Wisdom. Spinta Manu, Angra Manu, Yachts City. Okay. So again, remember how in the beginning of the transmission I told you that a lot of these entities have been conjured up for whatever purposes? For example, when it says Lord of Wisdom, well, they conjured up this Ahura Mazda to take away from the wisdom of the energy of wisdom, and they renamed it something else and called their practices, well, wisdom. So they called this entity the Lord of Wisdom, Ahura Mazda, right? Which is their divine presence. All right, so you got the Persian Empire, Archaemenid, Archaemenid Empire, Persian Empire, road systems, Darius the Great, postal systems, and we're talking about Cyrus the Great, 550 BC, right? I just named this BC. So you got postal systems, Darius the Great, road systems, right? 5.5 square kilometers. It was a large army, right? They always do this military stuff. Okay, you got the Balkan, Egypt of West, Asia Central, Indus Valley. Then you got Asia Southeast, Alexander the Great. Let's go to the middle. Let's go to the middle and see what the middle talking about. So that was portal number 4. Here's portal number 5. The cherub. The cherub is here, baby. Ah! Face of a man, face of a lion, face of an ox, face of an eagle. One type, just one type of supernatural being. Cherub. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more into the cherub. Okay, in a second, beloveds. So, divine connection. Cherubs symbolize the divine connection and act as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, serving as messengers of gods or God. Protection and guidance. Seeing a cherub is often interpreted as a sign of divine presence and protection, indicating that one is being watched over by higher energies, okay? Spiritual growth, symbol of God's attributes, okay? Ooh, what is going on with technology? I appreciate you though, technology. Come on now, work with me. All right, in a metaphysical context, cherub represents the attributes of majesty, the attributes and majesty of God, embodying the truths of existence. These interpretations highlight the cherub's role in spiritual contexts across various traditions, okay? Cherub is in the building, baby. In the building. I love it. Okay. What's next? Okay, we got an 8 of Cups in the reverse. This represents returning to an unhealthy relationship. Ooh. You refuse to move on when needed. There's a fear of change. There's stagnation. You're hesitating to leave. Ooh. So this sounds like an energy that's trying to cling on to another entity. A dark energy. And then you're going to return to it. It's an unhealthy relationship. They refused to move when it was needed. You got to move on. You got to move on. You got to move on. You cannot fear change, right? You cannot. You cannot. Solitude, isolation. Okay? So someone is returning, and this is monarch slaves, okay? No matter how much you mix the blood, we still know it's you. A red dragon said that. The fire dragon. No matter how much you have mixed the blood, we still know it's you. We'll never forget. Cybersecurity, right? Monarch slaves are controlling the cybersecurity, right? Monarch slaves have mixed the blood in order to sacrifice us. Hold on, stick with me. Monarch slaves are returning to unhealthy relationships. They refuse to move on when needed. They are stagnant and there's a fear of change, hesitating to leave. Monarch slaves are facing the cherub. Ha! Come on now. They're from the Persian Empire. They have been shape-shifting in the daylight. But we're impressed, now what? They planted cameras that are still active through laptops. Come on. Come on. So the monarch slaves are into cybersecurity. The executive branch continues to focus on cybersecurity defense across the federal government. It discussed advancements, Zero Trust Summit, February 2026, cybersecurity infrastructure. Give me a moment, y'all. Give me a moment. Let me take a sip. Let's go ahead. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Because I be getting hyped. I get a little bit too excited. Not too excited, but if you ever see me get the waka waka rockin', oh, it's about to go down. Let me cook. Let me cook so we can eat. All right, portal number 9. This is front and back. Okay, you were looking at the big room is 4,000 feet and home to 400,000 Mexican free-tailed bats. The big room. Then Carlsbad Caverns has over 117 caves. It is 120 miles long. As above, so below. The big room. Let's get into it. The big room. It's in the Grand Rapids. It's a cavern. It's part of Carlsbad. It's part of Carlsbad Caverns. National Park in New Mexico. Carlsbad Caverns is a national park in New Mexico. Well, why you had to be new? What was wrong with the other Mexico? That's like Virginia and West Virginia. North Dakota, South Dakota. I'm just saying. All right, so Carlsbad National Park. Government shutdown. National parks remain as accessible as possible during the federal government shutdown. However, some services may be limited or unavailable. Government shutdown. High ancient sea ledge. Okay, so beauty and wonder above and below. Okay. High ancient sea ledges, deep rocky canyons, flowering cactus, and desert wildlife. Treasures above the ground in the Chihuahuan Desert. Hidden beneath the surface are more than 119 caves formed when sulfuric acid dissolved limestone, leaving behind caverns of all sizes. Okay. That's what that's about. So now that we got a little bit of history on that, y'all know we're going to go ahead to the dark history of it. The polarity. The big room is also inside of Carlsbad Cavern. Let's see. All right, exploring the dark side, the dark skies of Carlsbad Cavern. Okay, no, erased from history. Let's read this. Erased from history. Okay, let's see what's going on with this. It'll be inside of the transmission once I finish typing it up. The Mexican teen who co-discovered Carlsbad Caverns. Stop sleeping on your side. Try to sleep on your back if possible. I'm looking at an ad, a commercial that's saying that, okay? It messes with your breathing and your airway. Jim White got fame. His young Mexican partner got erased from most history books. He shows up only as the kid or Mexican friend in old tales. Oh, that's crazy. This half-told story waits for you at Carlsbad Caverns National Park, where you can walk the same paths these brave teens first took over a century ago. So Jim White rode his horse across the New Mexico desert in the summer of 1898, looking for a stray cattle near what's now Carlsbad. The 16-year-old cowboy saw what looked like a huge column of black smoke coming from the hills. He first thought it might be a fire or a volcano, but it didn't move. Jim tied his horse to a tree and walked closer. What he found changed his life: a massive hole with millions of bats flying out of it. All right, so he had some homemade tools that helped Jim make his first solo trip underground. Jim came back along with some tools he put together himself. He made a kerosene lamp from an old tin coffee pot and built a rope ladder using fence wire and tree branches. He climbed down about 20 feet to a ledge, then another 20 feet to reach the bottom. He saw 2 tunnels, one where bats lived, the other opening into what he called a wonderland of odd shapes. Jim carved J. White 1898 into the rock, which researchers found in the 1980s. 5 days after his first trip, Jim brought along 15-year-old Mexican boy whose real name nobody wrote down. People just called him Muchacho, the kid, or Pothead, my type of individual. The 2 teens packed food, water, homemade torches, fuel, and a big ball of string to help find their way back. They spent 3 full days exploring the caves, walking through the same areas tourists visit today. So they lingering there. Their teamwork marked the first real mapping of what would become one of America's most famous natural wonders. The teen explorers used their ball of string like a lifeline as they walked deeper into the darkness. They found the massive big room, right? 4,000 feet long, 620 feet wide, 25 feet wide, 350 feet high. The boys kept going, naming places like King's Place, Queen's Chamber, Green Lake Room, and Mystery Room. They even found what seemed like a bottomless pit. Their string method worked like something from a Tom Sawyer adventure, helping them track their path through this twisting tunnel, or through the twisting tunnels. What they mapped turned out to be the second largest cave chamber in the world. The boys faced the same dangers underground. The Mexican teenager and Jim faced identical risks as they crawled through narrow passages and climbed slippery rocks. They could have gotten lost forever, fallen from high ledges, or run out of torch fuel in complete darkness. The Mexican boy got hurt during the adventure, with records mentioning an urgent need for treatment and bandages. His injury cut their exploration short after 3 days. Both boys showed equal courage. What? When they got back to the ranch, Jim tried to tell everybody about their amazing find. The Mexican boy could only add "see, see," and nod excitedly, "see, see," since he spoke limited English. The ranch hands and townspeople laughed at their story. Some called it a tall tale, while others said it could compare to Kentucky's Mammoth Cave. Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, as above, so below. Both boys faced the same ridicule and dismissal from the community. So in 1924, at a gathering of 120 important people, a lawyer introduced Jim as the discoverer and first explorer. Reporters wrote this down, and the title stuck. From that moment on, history remembered only one discoverer of Carlsbad Caverns, Jim White. His Mexican partner disappeared from the story. And the national park only honors one finder. So that's what they consider dark history. Let's get back into the transmission, pull some more community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws out, right? So remember, monarch slaves sacrificed us, right? Well, could they have done some of this work also in the big room or Carlsbad Cavern? National parks, man. All right, so let's see what we got. That was Portal 9. Let's see. Okay. So we got Lewis and Clark expedition initiated by Thomas Jefferson. Right? Lewis and Clark expedition was initiated by Thomas Jefferson. And then you got Westford, what did it say? Explosions. Both of these deep underground military bunker systems, as above, so below. Lewis and Clark expedition initiated by Thomas Jefferson. Let's get into that. Yeah. It was a United States expedition. The Lewis and Clark expedition, 1804 through 1806, also known as the Corps of Discovery, was a significant U.S. military expedition led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. Tasked by President Thomas Jefferson, the expedition aimed to explore the newly acquired lands from the Louisiana Purchase and to find a route to the Pacific Ocean. The journey covered approximately 8,000 miles and provided valuable information about the geography, biology, and indigenous people of the Western Territories. The expedition is considered a major milestone in American exploration and expansion. All right, the next one we're going to read is Governor Youngkin. That's here in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin, here in Virginia. Youngkin laid out his plans during annual conference on August 12, 2025. So Governor Glenn Youngkin laid out his plans during an annual conference on August 12, 2025. What was that conference about, y'all? Let's get into it. Youngkin, VA governor, plans during conference on 8/12/25. Let's get into it. During the conference on August 12th, I'm trying to tell you, all you got to do is ask your algorithm, ask your search bar, whatever frequency you're on, it's going to give you whatever answer you're ready to have, right? But once you expand and once you grow, oh my God, that thing becomes so amazing. All right, so what we're looking at, or what I'm looking at, but you know how I got all this going on up in here. So what we're looking at is, because I feel like a lot of you all, when you come across this video, you will be in tune with me right in that moment. Governor Glenn Youngkin delivered his 2025 State of the Commonwealth address, reflecting on his tenure and outlining his priorities for the upcoming legislative session. He emphasized a strong economy focusing on energy, data centers, and health initiatives. Let me break this down. Okay, I'm a life force generator. Right? My energy is extremely valuable. They know this. This is the whole thing about energy manipulation, right? And these deep underground military bunker systems, these MK Ultra programs, all these programs, right, is based off of your energy. I'm trying to tell you. And they're using these data centers. That's why our electric bills are so high, to collect our data. Not to mention what's under the data centers. Hello, as above, so below. The health initiatives. They are going to start telling you all that you have diseases so that they can cure you with their medication that is going to unalive you. But I don't know. So it focuses on energy data centers and health initiatives, including a budget proposal from $290 million for school construction and $50 million for scholarships for low-income families. Youngkin also highlighted the importance of reducing tax burdens and addressing issues like sanctuary cities and the impact of recent water crisis in Richmond. Look here, Governor Youngkin, you ain't fooling nobody. None of y'all are. These are your modern day warlocks, all right? Your modern day magicians, okay? Abra-fucking-cadabra, okay? But they need people to follow them. Right? They need you to show up mindfully and actually give a fuck. No. We care to a certain extent. But the more that we focus on ourselves and we just reveal the truth, the more the mysterious unknown beings will handle it. Which is you. Shape-shifted. Okay. We got Northwest Connecticut. As above, so below, baby. And the last portal. So Monarch slaves are operating out of Northwest Connecticut. As above, so below. They're also working with Governor Youngkin. Okay? And his annual, with his plans during his annual conference. All right? We're talking about centuries ago. They were part of this Lois and Clark expedition that was initiated by Thomas Jefferson and the westward expansion. Okay? They have sacrificed many in the big room, Carlsbad Caverns. Hello. Sacrificed many through cybersecurity. Right? We got Birmingham, Kentucky, for our last portal that we're going to open up for community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. And then we have international labor defense, okay? So Birmingham, Kentucky, submerged in a lake, 1940s. What? I'm looking at 1908 and I'm looking at Sundown Town. Your ex-husband was gay and his mom sexually abused him. I'm so sorry. That was on the top. That's that was a freebie. Your ex-husband was gay and his mom sexually abused him. That's typically how it happens, though. Sexual abuse is typically how we start liking the same sexes, right? Especially with our men, right? Mm. Mm-mm. International Labor Defense, 1930. You got Crescent Springs, Kentucky, sundown state or town. Submerged in a lake, 1940s. Let's see what that's about. Cause you know how I feel about all these lakes. They man-made. They are man-made. They can drain them at any moment, but they don't want you to see what they're covering up. But don't you worry. Those souls are rising in their purest form. Those energies are rising, risen. A lot of them have risen and taken 3D form again. Oh, they coming. They coming. They coming. Please believe it. Right? You got somebody telling you that it ain't no demons. What ain't a damn demon? They still stuck in their ego, whichever personality that they want to pull out. You see what I'm saying? You got to be cautious with who you're learning from out here. You take what you take, and you take what resonate, and you leave the rest for them to take back with them. Right? Who am I to say that somebody's giving out misinformation or wrong information or untruthful information? Oh no, I'm going to learn all that. I'm going to learn it all. And then what I don't need, I'm going to give it right back to their ass and see if they can handle it. Their own truth. So let's look that up, beloveds. We got submerged in a lake. Oh, wait a minute. We still talking about Governor Youngkin. We ain't on you no more, Youngkin. Go on now. Oh, this is a book and a movie. Let's get into it. It's mind-boggling. Drought reveals a U.S. town submerged in... Hundreds of people are flocking to see a rare sight in Pennsylvania after a drought uncovered remnants of a historic town that is usually underwater. Oh my God! Well, this ain't got nothing to do with Kentucky, Birmingham, Kentucky, but we gonna click on to that. Tell you that. Okay, this is coming from Christy Dabu, CTV News. Okay, let's see. She wrote this on November 1st, 2024. She published it at 10:57 a.m. The Pennsylvania town of Summerfield was intentionally flooded by a dam in the 1940s. Hundreds of people are flocking to see a rare sight in Pennsylvania after a drought uncovered remnants of a historic town that is usually underwater. The drought revealed a glimpse of the forgotten town of Summerfield, including what has become the main attraction, the Great Crossing Bridge. The information you need to know, sent directly to you. The bridge, built in 1818, is currently walkable and visible while water levels are low. Summerfield was intentionally flooded by a dam to build the Youghiogany River, Youghiogany River Lake in the 1940s. So you see how they named it River Lake? Okay. We saw it online and had to see the phenomenon. That's Gary and Barbara Jenkins from Pittsburgh. We don't have a road that lasts 2 years, let alone 200. So you're able, when I put this inside the description, you're able to go in here and look at a video of what happened. So we need to put Birmingham, Kentucky. Okay, here we go. Birmingham, Kentucky was a thriving community in the 1800s, known for its iron industry aspiration. However, the creation of Kentucky Lake in the 1940s led to its submersion, making it an underwater ghost town. You see what I'm saying? All lakes are man-made. Military. The lake was formed by the Tennessee Valley Authority's dam project, which submerged the town and its remnants, including foundations and streets. These doggone engineers and scientists, I'm telling you, you got the military, engineers, scientists, you got the health field, you got school systems, you got them in social service. They everywhere, y'all. They don't give a damn about you. They don't. You got some of them in there that are literally stuck trying to find their way out, and they might actually care, right? That's why the machines are taking over now. Everything is like machine based to where it really won't have no feelings. Either you got the money or you don't. All right, so let's see. All right, so especially at Birmingham Point. Today, while the area is known part of Kentucky Lake, the history of Birmingham is and its past residents is preserved through exploration and historical records. Okay, that's coming from Dave's Garden, right? Carol Mincer wrote that on January 9th of 2020. Shout out to everyone that has everybody that's a writer. I'm trying to tell you, if you're writing out there, you are changing the world. I don't give a doggone if you write it on a piece of paper and never publish it. You are changing the world. Write them thoughts down. Don't let them take over you, beloveds. Do not. Then you got International Labor Defense, 1930s. Oh, this is still in Kentucky. Sundown Town. So, 1930s, Kentucky. Look that up real quick, beloveds. We got Crescent Springs, Kentucky, International Labor International Labor Defense, and then we're going to also stick in 1930, right? 1930. All right, beloveds, so we're currently on Archive Grid, okay? And they have a report here that says Dreiser Investigating Committee Reports, 1931. Is this what we're looking for? So this collection consists of 3 documents concerning the 1930s American Communist Party activities in eastern Kentucky's coal fields. The first document is a printed copy of the 71st Congress 3D session, United States House of Representatives Report number 2290. This copy belonged to Major George M. Look at this. Y'all military folks in some. Wait. George M. Cheshire and has notes written in the margins and inserted tabs marking the testimonies and opinions of Communist Party leaders. The second document is an edited typescript copy of Cheshire's CHESCHEIRS report to Governor Flem D. Sampson concerning the activities of the Dreiser DREISER committee. This document reports the daily agenda of the committee, gives synopsis of conversations and testimonies, and provides insights and opinions. The third document continues the report of daily activities, but also includes typescript copies of statements given by the Dreiser committee members. It's open for research. Tell you what. Okay, we also got ILD. The ILD defendant Sacco and Vanzetti was active in the anti-lynching movements for civil rights. Oh, okay. Let's go to Wikipedia. International Labor Defense was a legal advocacy organization established in 1925 in the United States as the American section of the Comintern's International Red Aid Network. So that was the International Social Services Organization. MOPR was founded in 1922 by the Communist International to function as International Political Red Cross. Oh, nah, Red Cross ain't right neither. Red Cross, Volunteers of America, any of them. Oh, no, they under heavy, heavy, heavy judgment, right? Because they came on the land with the lies, manipulation, right? That's how they infiltrated this whole religious systems, and to each his own. You know what I mean? To each his own. No, if that's what you follow, then that's what you follow. It's your life. I follow things in my life. You follow things in your life. I'm just bringing recognition as to what the hell is going on in reality. Okay, so you got the ILD defendant Sacco and Vanzetti was active in the anti-lynching movements. We just read that. Okay, and prominently participated in the defense and legal appeals in the cause of the Scottsboro Boys in the early 1930s. So the Scottsboro Boys was it was about 9 African. Oh, I don't like saying African American. We'll just keep it at brown ones, right? Not. Let's just click on it. I always do. So they put the Scottsboro Boys were 9 African American male teenagers accused of raping 2 white women in the 1931s. And y'all know how they wanted our skin. Them job jokers was raping us. The landmark Jezebels, the landmark set of legal cases from the incident dealt with racism and the right to a fair trial. The cases include a lynch mob before the suspects had been indicted. All white jury. In addition to fundraising for defense and assisting in defense strategies, from January 1926, it published Labor Defender, a monthly illustrated magazine that achieved wide circulation. In 1946, the ILD was merged with the National Federation for Constitutional Liberties to form the Civil Rights Co-Intel. Martin Luther and them. They in some, and they bloodlines too. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. They in some shit. All right. So that's our 13 community helpers, emotions, entities, legal laws. Of course, I'm going to have this so you can do your own research. You know, YouTube won't let me post. I got to shorten my words now because I guess I'm putting too much information in the community post. Check out the community post if you want to see a longer version than what you will see inside of your description box. If you come upon the YouTube video. Look at that. Look at that. All that goodness. What y'all be putting in y'all tea? Let me know. What you put inside your tea? Okay, so now let's get into the family. Let's get into the family members. I'm looking at 5:59:20 on the timer. 8:43 a.m. on that clock. What family members is in the energy? Ooh. They all dropped out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 family members that came on out so far. Let's get into it. Remember, the storyline is still based upon monarch slaves that sacrificed you. So you got an uncle that molested you, and now they're molesting your kids. And some of y'all know it. That's what's crazy about this. So someone's uncle, there's an uncle energy of molestation, right? They have molested and abused you, so now you're going to allow it to happen to your children or your kids? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Get that together, beloved. Get that together. Because we cleansing that. And just remember, while we clean up Unc over here, if you knew, you getting cleansed too. So we got your great granddad on mom's side is very protective of you. Let's get it. Somebody great grandfather on their mother's side is very protective of them. Okay. Speak to us, energy. You have a karmic cousin in the energy. There's a karmic cousin in the energy. Okay. They're not a friend. All right, they stop friendships and sacred bonds. They have no family connection. They have no intentions on having family connections, right? They're disloyal and selfish. They are stuck in their childhood trauma. They're a narcissist. They're sexually abused or have been sexually abusive, and they have no empathy. Let me see. What's this say? Your immediate family are warriors, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I love that. Whoever you are, your immediate family, they are warriors. They are rocking with you. We got a grandpa energy out here. And this feels like a loyal grandpa energy out here, okay? It's a spirit guide. Connect you to your ancestral roots. Part of a family lineage. Provides wisdom with truth. They're very traditional with no illusions. They're protective, strong, and healing. Give me a sec. I'm cold, y'all. Nipples about to pop out my bra. Oh. You know how to open up that back door. Yeah, let that air in. Let them energies flow. Let them flow, baby. All right. Portal number 6 is your second cousin on mom's side. So this energy here is pretty quiet, okay? Your second cousin on mom's side is probably observing everyone else, observing a situation, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what is the confusion about? What happened? What happened is where I'm here. What happened? Okay? This energy is dealing with a lot of chaos here. Not saying that they are chaotic, but they have a lot of questions. They're confused. They're confused as to what's going on in the family dynamics. All right, we got an uncle-in-law that's in the energy. An uncle-in-law. It feels like the uncle-in-law is observing. Right? Because remember, you had an uncle out here that molested you, and now your kids too. It doesn't have to be part of the same family dynamic, right? These are energies. Ooh. Somebody's uncle-in-law could be part of the monarch slave situation. Second cousin might be. Your dad. All right, your dad energy is out here. Is your dad a monarch slave? Was your dad manipulated by the monarch slaves? That's when you have to take the time to get to know your family if you choose to, right? If you choose to. I am choosing to be in isolation because I know we are in a cleansing period, right? And I choose not to be around energies that choose not to cleanse themselves. Because some of us hold an energy that will cleanse them automatically. Nah. No. So we got a karmic uncle that's in the energy, okay? You have a karmic uncle that's out here. That's not protective. They're not a good father figure, right? They're sexually abusive or they've been sexually abused. So we're going back to this uncle that molested you and now your kids, okay? And you knew. That's whatever this situation is, you knew. That's what I'm getting from source. You knew. You know. Ooh, child, take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. You got a karmic uncle that came out here again. Confused, chaotic. He's keeping you in fear. Speak up. Tell your truth. If your mom, your dad, and them ain't listening, tell the next. So you're able to get out of this situation. They live in illusions. That's why most folk be running away from home, right? And you got people that's running these type of programs like MK Ultra programs, and they coming into the neighborhoods and they know, they can see this manipulation that done happen. Because they have forced it in the minds of people, or you have chosen to do this. However you want to say it. If this ain't your type of material, you shouldn't be on this page. You shouldn't be watching this video. If you don't like truth, or you don't like me revealing my truth, you need to get on. Or don't. So we have a dad and a mom out here. That could be a dad and a mom's brother, and the dad and the mom knows about this molestation. This karmic uncle is very shallow and weak, right? Has no ancestral wisdom and no protection at all. Wow. So that was our 9. We're going to leave it at 9. We're going to leave it at the 9. This was yesterday's family comment. That was loving. That was love today, baby. But don't forget, your great-grandpa on your mom's side is very protective of you if they've already crossed over, that they are standing behind you 100%. Okay? There's a lot of secrets that are going to be revealed to you that you have to prepare yourself for, ground yourself for. With this great-granddad energy on your mom's side, okay? Something's going on there that they're going to be reaching out or have reached out to you already. Ground yourself, prepare yourself. Do not give your energy away to that situation. Your immediate family, they are warriors. They are rocking with you with whatever decision that you make because they see the divineness in you. Okay? They see that you're a supreme being, and guess what? They're supreme beings as well. Give me a second. I gotta do these cats. Move. Yeah, move. Do. Ain't that what y'all saying nowadays? Went from Swiss cheese to the do. I'm gonna say, what is dripping on me? Okay. Okay. Okay, that's our family out here. I wanted to see if I felt anything else within that moment of what this reading is. Become whatever versions you want to become out in this room. It's not just one version of you. It's absolutely not. Yes, we're using this very avatar. I love it. I love it when I have folk confused, because then they don't know, they only know one version or a certain version of me. And they out there like, where is she? Well, no, I knew her like this. Oh, no, I know her like this. You don't know nothing. You don't know. You know what I let you know. You don't know. Okay. So now we're going to tap into the zodiacs, the star systems, signs, planes that are breaking free from their nets, solar systems, constellations, whatever we want to call them. All right, what y'all got? focus on spirit animals, okay? Spirit animals. Came from the sun bear zodiac, but focus on spirit animals. All animals have spirit, right? Everything is breathing, everything is life, right? This lighter, it's life. This cell phone is life. These portals, very much so life, okay? This candle right here, right? Funeral homes, they continue to put the lives of people, souls of entities, in candles, in fireworks, pianos, record players. What? Y'all better be cautious out here. Want to holler about ain't no demons out here. Stop playing that game. Stop playing that game. Anybody that's telling you ain't no demons out here, ain't no, listen here. Then you the demon. And I'm okay with that. Because I got one too. Alright, Sun Bear Zodiac. That cracks me up. And yes, it's always you against you. But you got to understand the realm that you're breaking free from. So you got those that run or ran this realm that's trying to keep you in a certain cycle. Right? Without learning the knowledge. And most of us don't have to learn the knowledge. You're already on a frequency to where you don't care to know the knowledge, right? You're past this. This is one version of I. All right, so I'm looking at Taurus. Taurus is an energy focused on stability, practicality, and sensuality. April 20th through May 20th is relevant. I'm getting irritated when people come in my little area and they move stuff and I get to looking for certain things. Hold on, y'all. Don't like that. And I probably moved it myself. I don't know. All right, so we got the Taurus. And which part of the body part is the Taurus representing? The throat and the neck. This is what I mean by take notes, and it's not gonna just take random notes, right? It ain't gonna be neat. It ain't gonna be pretty. They just gonna be everywhere, right? Do it. You know what you're writing down. Some of them will be neat. Some of them will be neat. Some of them will not, right? Create your books. Put the dates on what you write down. Put the dates on the top of the pages of what you write down, right? All right, so the Taurus is representing the throat and the neck. Okay? We got ether. We got ether. Ether came on out. We got ether. Ether represents the divine or space which the other four elements exist. If I gotta slap a pussy, yeah, nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. Hey, we got the balsamic moon. Balsamic moon is saying move on. You're moving on and you're looking forward to the new. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. We're going to leave them zodiacs right there. So you have focus on your spirit animals. Okay? Look up what spirit animals are. Find out what that's another homework. Comment below what your spirit animal is. If you don't know your spirit animal, comment below the month or your birth date. And then I want you to go research what a spirit animal is and comment below what your spirit animal is. Comment below what your zodiac is, all right? Just comment below. So you got spirit animals, you got Taurus, you got ether, and you got balsamic moon. I got some new goals and projects lined up, so I'm excited. I'm excited to gain some new energy. Some of us got people looking at us like that ain't her, or that ain't him. That's a clone. You can't fucking clone me. Nor can you be me. And they can't do that to you either, beloved. Unless you allow them to. Alright, so let's get into ABCs 1, 2, 3s. We're also going to do music, right? And then we're also going to do universal laws, right? And the yes, no, maybes. So let's see what the music is going to talk to us about. Let's see what the music is going to talk about today, babies. A little nip out there today. That was not a good shuffle. I'm looking at the, well, they're not construction men. They might be maintenance workers, but they're working on a house behind my home. They've been working on that house for a while, leaving all kinds of trash and stuff behind the wooden fence. I don't like that part. I don't like that. Clean up after yourselves. You know, if you're working on someone's house or whatever, clean up after yourselves. Alright, let's get into it. What is the music going to express today? Revolving around monarch slaves that sacrificed us. Oh, you know they in the music industry heavy. They had a fear of losing love. Okay? They had a fear of losing love. Sorry, not sorry. I know that's right, by Bryson Tiller. And then we got You. I'm talking to you. Sorry, not sorry. I'm talking to you. You by Lloyd and Lil Wayne. A fear of losing love. Did you even ever love? Do you know what love is? Fear of losing love. Well, sorry, not sorry. That's a problem that you have. You. That's on you. And that's a sure thing. That's a sure thing. You have no type of respect for yourself if you fear losing anything. But don't worry, when I come around, it's an orange moon. When I come around, Green Day, Orange Moon, Erykah Badu, Sure Thing, Miguel, No Type, Ray Shremmerd. Alchemize that dark shit. Alchemize it. Alchemize the fear of losing anything. This is one big test and mission that we all signed up for. Okay. Slow down though. The best part is coming up. Or you are the best part. Slow down. Alchemize that dark shit. Slow down because you are the best part. The best part. Slow Down by Skip Marley. Best part by her. H-E-R. Or featuring her. Somebody wants you to grind on them. Fear of losing love. So they started grinding on me. But they need to express love. Somebody wants to grind on you, but they're not of love. Somebody wants to grind on you, but they're not of love. Grind on me, Pretty Ricky. Kendrick Lamar and Zachary Bacado, love. Pretty Ricky, Miami, Florida, 1997. Atlantic Static Major, March 14, 2005. RIAA, White Dog, Big Cat, Tommy Boy, Blue Star. Spectacular Smith, Diamond Baby Blue Smith, Corey Slickum, is that what it is? Slickum, Mathis, Marcus Pleasure P. Cooper, Martin Sitcom, 24 million PPP loans. Damn, $24 million PPP loans. God, what the hell? You got Love, Kendrick Lamar and Zachary Bacado, Duckworth, October 2nd, 2017. June 17th, 1987. Compton, California. K-Dot, 22 Grammys. Gangster Disciples, West Side Pirates, 2018 Pulitzer Prize. 1992 LA Riots. Teddy Walton, 2005 Top Dog Entertainment. Aftermath, Interscope, Soundwave. UK, Slovakia, Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, Portugal. No Excuses, Santa Monica, Jungle City, Manhattan. Yeah, I read Grind on Me. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, yep, I knew that was about to happen. So I'm going to take the top one. Break the Cycle. I know that's right. Otonio. Very good conscious creator. Music is on all platforms. This song is called Break the Cycle. Let's get one more. One more for the music. Oh, damn. There's some super gremlins out here. What up, Yak? What up, Kodak? There's some super gremlins out here. Talking about something. If we. But no. Ain't no we. You got to focus on you. While I focus on me. And that union will be much stronger if it's a union there. Right? Welcome to the new age. To the new age. Alright, that's the music. La music. It's nip nip. I gotta bring my portable heat in here. ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. What kind of synchronizations are we going to be pulling out today with these letters and these numbers? Ooh. Oh, wow. And that's the 4 we're going to take right here. All right, so we got the letter D and the letters Z. Okay, you got the letters G and the letter H. Synchronizations 444 or 4444 representing divine protection and support. You are on the right path. You're building strong foundations. You have earthly order and you are of stability. You have stability. And we also got the number 8 that came on out. Ooh-wee. Infinity Portal. All right, the number 8. We got August. Abundance, manifestations, infinite portal and potential. HQZ. Horus. Hawk. Quiet. Quality. Zen, zigzag, We also have Saturn, Aquarius, and Arrow. See, I done told you about that, didn't I? The fruit fly one, come on. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Go bother somebody. All right, so let's look up these letters real quick. And that's the confirmation on go bother somebody else. Letters D, Z, G, and H. G, H. Okay, let's get into it. D, wait. Okay. So we got D. All right. So door, womb, death. The number 4. Development, discipline, duty, devotion, desire, decision, dream, divine, deed. The letter D was originally called Deleth, meaning door or womb. The womb is the door for any unborn soul who wants to come into this physical planet or plane. I know that's true. When the Greeks adopted Deleth, it became Delta. Ain't that some goddamn... Learn something new every day. Whose numerological value is 4. Delta bears a strong connection to Pythagoras' triangular figure known as the Tetractys? Tetractys? To the Pythagoreans, 4 was the source for the that T word because it represents the doctrine of perfection and completion. I know that's right. Which is a 10. In fact, when you add the suffix ed to a verb, it means that the action was completed. Oh, I didn't know that, y'all. When someone is dead, their life is completed. The door is closed, but another one will open. You were dead before, then you were born into this world. Then you die again. Death was actually your previous state of existence before life. Here's another look on that. You die every time you go to sleep. You regenerate into your new body. It only happens for those that accept it, though. I'll tell you that. So we got the letter D. We're also going to go to the letters Z. Got the letter Z out here. Okay. All right. The letter Z is representing representing weapon, sword, arrow, scepter, God. 26 and 8, zeal, zen, zigzag. The letter Z corresponds to Zain or Zion in the Hebrew alphabet, meaning weapon, sword, arrow, or scepter. Symbolically, the weapon is the tongue, the sword is the words. Oh, I like that. I like that. And the scepter is the mastery and the right use of words. Therefore, the conquest of Zain refers to the conquest of the tongue to learn how to speak the truth. What we learning today? What are we learning right now, y'all? There is one who speaks rashly like the thrust of a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. That's Proverbs 12:18. Okay, it's the 7th letter Z. You better go ahead, Z. All right, then we got the letters G and H that we're going to tap into. Let's go ahead to G, representing number 7, and H is representing number 8. G, camel, geometry, God, gnosis, spiritual gifts. Number 7, standing for guidance, grace, guardian, generation, glory, and growth. All right. Egyptian, Phoenician, Western Greek, Etruscan, Old Latin, and Latin. The letter G traces back to the Phoenician letter Gimel, which means camel. In the desert culture, the camel is the creature that carries precious goods through barren lands. The letter G spiritually symbolizes the soul carrying divine gifts through the deserts of matter. What are we learning today? This is just the one that endures, perseveres, and brings spiritual wealth to the earth. The letter G is curved inward, so you have to look within to find your spiritual richness. If you already knew this, comment below. If you're just finding this out with me, bear with my excitement, as this is truly exciting to me to just learn. The Romans adopted the letter G, which was Gimel. They invented a new symbol, C, to separate the K sound from that of G. Camel. Gimel. Got it. Okay. In numerology, the numerical values of G and C are 7 and 3, respectively. Hence, the letter G connects to the triad, Triad, which reconciles the opposite forces of the monad and duad. In spiritual teachings, if there's perfect harmony, the Holy Trinity can manifest itself in a 7-fold shape. I see it. All right, so Holy Trinity, 3-eye Atlas. Anyway, in Freemasonry, the letter G symbolizes God, or the grand architect of the universe, Gaotu. G also stands for geometry, gnosis, or Genesis, which is the foundational secret of any Masonic lodge. This is because Masons understand that numerology is a sacred science upon which the universe is based. Everything can be measured by numbers, a principle embodied in the symbols of the compass and the square. They're both tools used for measurement and assessment. The object of measurement in the universal man is the universal man whose head is Aries and whose feet are Pisces. He is the one hidden from within himself. Dang, y'all. There's some real stuff we learning right now, baby. And then we got the letter H, representing number 8. Let's get into it. Field, cultivation, fence, limitation, balance, karma, ladder to heaven, breath of God. I'll brush my teeth. Numerology value is 8. It stands for honesty, health, horizon, home, house, help, healing, harmony. All right, Egyptian, Old Semitic, Phoenician, Greek, Etruscan, Latin. Back then, the letter H was known as Heth in the Semitic alphabet, which means field or fence. Therefore, the Lord God sent him out of the Garden of Eden to cultivate the ground, the field, from which he was taken. Genesis 3:23. To cultivate the ground from which he was taken. Therefore, the Lord God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to cultivate the ground from which he was taken. The ground or the field here is our mind and body. Thank you. Ground or the field is our mind and body. To cultivate the mind and body from which he was taken. When we cultivate the ground, it means that we cultivate virtues, righteousness, and goodness in our minds and actions. Only after that will be accepted by the Garden of Eden. This is all symbology, y'all. Thus, because I don't like when they say that, only after that will be accepted back to the Garden of Eden. Thus, the spiritual meaning of letter H is the ground or the stone that Masons need to refine to spiritually ascend higher to the heavens. What heaven they going to? I'm trying to figure this out. Them Eastern Masons, let me just explain something to y'all about these Masons here. Okay? They have manipulated a lot of energy. Okay. That's our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, beloveds. Okay. Universal laws, and then our yes, no, maybes. Comment below any universal law that comes to mind right now. Shoot, I'm learning too. I want to learn with y'all. Shoot. All right, let's get to the bottom of it first. What's at the bottom? So we got a cosmic being. Monarch slaves sacrificed karmic beings. Cosmic beings. Did I say karmic? Ooh-wee. Cosmic beings integrates science and spirituality. They have a higher level of awareness and consciousness. They are a vital source for all life forms, maintaining balance of the entire cosmos. They are metaphysical and spiritual. People who come in your life to help you develop and grow, but they're assisting you. It's up to you, right? Nobody is saving you out here. I don't give a damn what your pastor say. No disrespect to y'all out there with them contracts out there, right? Nobody can save you but you. Nobody can save you but you. I can't save you. They can't save you. They don't want to save you. That's how they live. That's how they grow. By not saving you, by keep dimming your light and snatching your light away from you. You're a cosmic being, supreme cosmic being. Or you're not. I don't know. We out here shattering illusions. All of them. We're breaking false beliefs. We have self-discovery, and we're unveiling the truth, right? That's what the cosmic beings are doing with this whole monarch slave situation. Slave who? Ma'at has the final say so. Ma'at is representing justice, has the final say so. Truth has the final say so. Divine law and order has the final say so. Balance to natural order has the final say so. Cosmic principles that maintains order on earth has the final say so. Healers that prevent chaos have the final say so. Come on now. Come on now. I have not stolen from or disrespected the deceased. Them social security numbers getting y'all hemmed up, ain't it? Them insurance frauds. Yes, it is. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's hold it. Release. Portal number 5 is karmic retribution is here. All right. It's here. Well, what is karmic retribution? Causes from past actions, whether they be good or bad, right? It is an effect on present and future. It has an effect on your present and your future. It has transformed through personal growth or positive actions, okay? It's the energy that you put out here in this realm. Who did you affect? Right? I'm talking about, oh, I want to leave a legacy. Well, we learning about your legacy, ain't we? We sure is learning about them legacies, ain't we? Mm-hmm. All right, so we got the equator out here. We got the equator out here saying that blockages are removed. Okay, blockages are removed. The equator is the equator is the perfect equilibrium between light and day, light and darkness. Okay, it equalizes day and night. It is the moment of balance. Symbolizes harmony in nature. Circle of latitude that divides Earth into the northern and southern hemispheres. Imaginary line located at 0 degrees latitude. Okay. Rotating spheroid. Okay. Plane perpendicular. Axis of rotation, spatial 3D geometry. Half between north and south poles. Okay. Blockages are removed. Continue to fast. Continue to pray. Continue to meditate. Continue to do your spiritual and energy cleansing, okay? Release. Learn to release and let go. Stop being so attached. And understand source. Okay, beloveds? Okay. Blockages are removed. To the Monarch slaves. Don't cry now, bitch. Don't cry now. We over here opening portals, okay? We're opening portals and we have not caused disruption of peace. Opening portals. They are mystical gateways. All right? If you're still here, welcome. Right? They are mystical gateways. They facilitate flow of energy and consciousness. They connect to spiritual beings. They travel to different dimensions in the growth, connection, and enlightenment. So you're able to travel to different dimensions and you're being supported with growth, connection, and enlightenment during that travel and beyond, because you have not caused disruption of peace. Okay. Dang, hold up, wait a minute. I have not overstepped my boundaries of concern. There's an A positive bloodline out here. You're the mystic, okay? A positive bloodline. You're mystic. You're the rarest blood type out here. You're a scryer, okay? You're an old soul. You connect easily with both light and dark. Your energy is fluid. You're natural psychics. You're natural seers, and you are an energy worker. You're into tarot and astrology. Okay? We'll take this one for portal number 13. Got an O negative bloodline out here. 2 bloodlines came out today. O negative. If your blood type is O negative, then you're a primal sorcerer. But our blood is just regenerating all day, all day. You're the universal donor. All right? You're ancient. You have primal energy. You have raw magic. You draw power from elements, nature, and even the primal forces of the universe. But you can burn out easily. You are the force of nature. Ooh, sound like me. Ooh. Okay. Monarch slaves. story about Abigail Spanberger here in Virginia. She don't like men. Men that still got their penises and their testicles. She don't like them. No, she don't. There's been several times she's been in the school systems, visited certain schools, and she did not pay attention to the males, the boys, right, at all. She focused on young women. And word around town is that was pretty creepy. If you pay attention to her advertisement, tell me if you see a boy in there. Not a man, a young boy. She was also part of the CIA. And, of course, law enforcement and stuff like that. She's letting her rage fuel her. That's what it is. Let your rage fuel you. And her opponent that didn't know how to shut the hell up during the what is it called, gubernatorial when they was talking to each other or about each other or whatever it is they do up there, governors, I don't know what it's called, but once some Earl Sear, she did not shut her mouth. She ain't let Spanberger speak. And they both talking a whole bunch of horse shit, right? But you got Spanberger who is telling you to let your rage fuel you. And then you got this job joker over here that look like Frederick Douglass. Don't she? Like, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being real. She look like Frederick Douglass. Right? Oh, no. You know who she look like? What's that movie called? Tales from the Hood. Right? When he was in the funeral home and it was on fire and he started sweating. I wish I knew how to do like the look up. I will learn how to look. I ain't disrespecting you. What's your name? I was just talking about Sears. Wilson Earl Sears. I'm just bringing light to what it is. This job joker, I am speaking. No, first she said, I am speaking. I am speaking. I am speaking. I mean, what the hell? And they still. They was not listening to her. I am speaking. Let your rage fuel you. All these job jokers, it's all part of their own little game and system that's collapsing tremendously. All right, beloved, so we have made it to the best part, which is your yes, no, maybes. All right, this is the opportunity where you get to come on in and ask yourselves 3 questions. Make sure you are saying those questions loud and proud, just as my voice is projecting in this home. And then you also want to make sure it, once you take that deep breath in, hold it, right? Take your deep breath in, expand your belly. Expand your belly when you're taking that deep breath in. When you're holding, you're going to hold that job joker, right? If you can take in another couple more breaths while you're holding, do so. So you're going to breathe in for 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to hold for 5 to 7 seconds. And then you're going to release for maybe 7 to 9 seconds, right? All right, so let's get into it. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. All right, babies. Let's get into it. Ask that question. I like the feeling I have with the questions that you all are asking. It's clear. It's getting clearer and clearer every time this part comes up. It's getting clearer and clearer. Here's your answer. I know that's right, beloved. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are the master of all. Come on now. You better stop showing off. Stop it. Girl, come on. Give me some more, though. Stop it. All right, so second question. Take that deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Ask that question, y'all. Ask that question. All right, here comes your answer. Oh, ain't nothing there. Okay, so it says, yes, this energy is a lost soul. Okay, so just be cautious around that energy. Okay, until they find themselves. We're all lost souls, right? Until you realize who you are. Till you realize this. But that job joking fear, man, that job joker creep back up on that tail, that fear. Ooh, we gonna have fun working through fear, aggression, anger. Let it come. You know how many people I thought about literally killing? But I had to take that thought in. Like, hold up. Let me think about it though. And I had to think about why. Why would I want to go to that level of taking someone else's life when they're doing it on their own? And just by me bringing recognition to it and then surrendering to that thought and then releasing it. What? That's when you know. You don't walk on that unaliving. No. The one in front of the gun lives forever. Hey, Kendrick. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Third question. Hold it. Release. That one had me a little lightheaded. I ain't about to lie to you now. That one had me like, All right, y'all, go ahead and ask that question. If you haven't already done so, say it out loud. A few of y'all did ask the question. I felt that energy. And you're getting louder, too. I love that. You're breaking free out of your comfort zone, right? You're realizing that you are the master of all. And that's a beautiful feeling. It's scary. It's scary. I have your answer. It's scary, right? But then it goes back to the fear. Goes back to the fear. Here's your answers. Maybe. Just wait and see. So whatever you ask, Spirit and Source is asking you to just wait and see. Just wait and see. And these answers here are not your final answer. Remember that. Nothing I've demonstrated here, we've talked about, we've researched here is your final answer. You are the master of your world, right? And I will never let you forget that. Ever. You control you, not me. I control me and every version within me, baby. But are you comfortable controlling you and every version of you? Are you comfortable facing every version of you? Right? That's the battle. Mind your business and focus on you. And I don't give a damn what level you think you on in this game. It always goes back to you facing you. I love that. So before we get on out of here with this transmission, I'm looking at something that I wrote down. And it says, I'm going to show you real quick. Hocus focus, be it to see it. Okay? Shout out to Chris Duncan out there. All right? But look, things like this. Grab your notebook and your pen, right? This is a whole different notebook, y'all. This is a whole different notebook. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is a whole, look at these thoughts. All on the side, I ain't gonna show y'all too much. You try to take my work. Right? Right? Just keep writing. It'll all come back to you, beloveds. It'll all come back. It'll all come back. It'll all come back. I wish I'd have did this when I was in school. I kind of did, though. I kind of did when I was in school. Super smart. All right. All right, so before we head out, I'm going to give you an example of a prayer, right? A prayer. This was one of my daily prayers. I humbly thank you, universe, for your divine protection, your divine love, your divine lessons, and your divine but challenging missions. I not only thank you, but I thank myself. I give gratitude to every ancestor, whether good or bad. But what is good or bad? And I thank them for every lesson given and every lesson conquered or failed. I thank them and you, universe, as much as I thank myself for your complete guidance and protection. I must admit that I have not been my strongest and I have fallen weak. I have fallen weak to my addictions, my procrastinations, and my self-care, especially to my sacral area. I have indulged and I have become dependent on my addictions. I have abused my will to explore, especially activities that don't align with me and my journey, and I am ashamed. I ask you and myself, universe, to continue to guide me and my surroundings on the right paths. Continue to guide me, forcing me to make better choices for myself and humanity. Continue to allow me to face my shames with strength and accountability. I am open to you and all of your mysterious wonders. I am open to cutting all cords and clearing all blockages. I am open to cutting all cords and clearing all blockages that is hindering my evolutionary process. I ask of a lot, or I ask of not enough. However, I ask. In fact, I demand. I know that I am open to receiving all of your mysteries, abundantly affirming that I am moving in the right direction. Ashe. Okay, so that's an example of a prayer. Okay, you want to say what you're thankful for, right? You want to give gratitude, right? You want to admit, right? You want to admit, and you want to ask. Let me pause this real quick. Somebody at my door. Hold on. Okay, that was my baby girl coming in from work. That was my baby girl. But that's an example, okay, of a daily prayer. Now, let's get into some mantras real quick. Let me see. We're going to go, I got them A through Z, okay. I release myself from any harm I have sustained and move forward with self-compassion. I release all unhealthy attachments and move forward unencumbered. I control my anger through calm and positive self-expression. I am peace. I am calm. I am balanced in all things. My boundaries are firm but flexible enough to allow for love. Everything and everyone I see before me, I see with the eyes of compassion. I have the courage to do what I know serves my highest and greatest good. I give thanks to my intuition for guiding me to decisions that serve my highest and greatest good. I am creating the life I desire. I release the hurt of the past and I move forward in love. I am grateful for all that I see, know, and experience. I am grateful to be. I step into love to heal my pain. I choose joy and happiness in every moment. Regardless of what is happening around me, I am at peace. As I give love to others, so do I receive love and gratitude. As I choose, I do so. As I choose, I do, so I can be. I choose to be positive. Everything I see and experience, I see through a lens of the positive. But I don't run away from the negative. This too shall pass. Everything is temporary. I give thanks that I am prosperous. I step away from my regrets of the past. I forgive myself. Even when I'm afraid, I take risks that serve my highest and greatest good. I accept myself unconditionally. I release and I trust in the benevolence of the universe. I am safe. I know that's right, y'all. Okay, beloved, so take that with you, my love. We rebuke. We rebuke. We rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to me, and then it's sent back to its source, because I am sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that I may have agreed to while I was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously. Knowingly and unknowingly, I am sovereign. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Babies, you're going to say that in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestations, your dreams, or your vision come alive. Say anything. 3, 6, 9. Here we go. They got to go. They got to go. Thank you. You are now to leave. You are not allowed to stay and manipulate any energies. Were you allowed to manipulate any energies here? No. We call our power back. We call our energy back. We wish you well on your journey, because all truths are being revealed during this time. Not just a little, all of them. Don't run from your shadows. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially much darkness.